pick a player and play all-time Anthony Davis on blacktop. So, if you had to play your all-time self on blacktop.
An aerial view of the many buildings making up the skyline of beautiful Houston, Texas. Our broadcast. And here's a look at some numbers for Morris.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
Here are the 5 for the Clippers. We've got Kawhi Leonard. Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Patrick Beverley. And it's George in at the 2-guard spot. And for Houston, Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. PJ Tucker is out there with Robert Covington. And it's House in at the 3. Good on the triple. Should be an exciting game tonight. A lot of fireworks. Talk about some offensive trends, Chris, that have really changed the game since you played.
Well, one trend is the fact that the big fella can step out and shoot a three-pointer. It helps to space the floor, but you got guys that are shooting 30% from 3, but that's an okay shot because of what it does for the rest of the team. And so I would say that. I would say the big fella bringing up the ball and pushing it. But I would really just say pace and shot selection, the evolution of the game where the fact you can shoot so many threes now just allows for different type of cutting, different type of spacing, different type of action. I just love the way that the game and the team game has evolved in the NBA.
More possessions, all of it. You're right.
Yeah.
And now just over a minute played here in the first. Here's Leonard. And the rebound goes to the Rockets. They're looking for a little bit of redemption in this one after the loss to them here last time.
Yeah, and last time out, they sort of shot themselves in the foot with the foul trouble. That was what led to them having such an ugly scoreline.
Oh, yeah, the guys, they need to lead the way. They spent far too much time on the bench. I mean, they'll be more careful.
And he's got the athleticism and strength to be a powerful presence inside. Leonard never afraid to get in and mix it up down low.
Westbrook kicks to Harden. Poked away. And about 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. To the paint. Clippers moving the ball around. Morris with the bucket.
Terrific use of the catch-and-shoot jumper for Morris. Catching the D flat-footed and torching them as a result.
From deep, Harden. That's good, and so Westbrook comes up with the assist. Harden's got his second bucket of the night.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Zubac finds Beverley. Another one falls for the Clippers.
And really, Beverley is very reliable from the mid-range area. I mean, his jumper has come a long way.
Rockets trail by 3.
Yeah, there's no doubt that Houston now is championship or bust. We've seen it. I mean, they've dished out huge contracts going full win mode. Now, I mean, they're putting it all on the line with this team.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Yeah, very little resistance. I mean, you had to bring much faster help than that.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And the Rockets desperate for a return to the NBA Finals.
The team has had their chances. They just need to make the most of them. I mean, front office, they're doing what they can help to make the most of Harden's prime. I mean, you have to admire their willingness to go for it now.
Looking at who's out there now for the Rockets. Green, he's checked in for Robert Covington. And McLemore comes in for Daniel House. Gordon's checked in for James Harden. And it's Rivers in for Russell Westbrook.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
Oh, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Houston's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. Rivers can't get it to go.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Yeah, that's not his spot. Plain and simple. He's trying to force something that's rarely a good idea.
Jackson passes to Green. Jackson dishes to Green. In the corner, Shamet with it. Over McLemore sinks the 15-footer. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that cameo song, Back and Forth.
To the middle, here's Green. Green with the rebound.
The rotation in the D could be better here. It'll cost them next time if it's not.
Williams with the ball, picked up by Rivers. Williams gets the bucket.
The assist is the key to that sequence. I mean, a great look to set them up.
Tucker with the ball. Harrell on him. McLemore, the pass to Green. Can't connect from short range.
He doesn't get the finish, but the D's got to be quicker to rotate and stop him from getting to the rim.
Outside, Green passes it to Shamet. We've got 22 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Hits it from three-point range.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They kick it out to Green. They need this. Another miss by Houston.
Oh, you hate to let those easy chances slip through your fingers.
Williams. Gordon with the defensive effort. Oh, we've seen some great shots in the first quarter. No shortage of offense. The Clippers on top. Up. Paul George had that nasty broken leg back in 2014.
My inspiration really came from my mother. You know, her.
Well, what a story. George worked hard to get back and is not disappointed in his return.
You know, recovering from a devastating injury is never easy, but George's perspective and commitment helped him to overcome it.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here. What have they been doing or not doing?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, how many coaches say, we want to start fast? Now, let's see if they can maintain that intensity.
Here are the five the Clippers have to start the second. Green is out there with Landry Shamet. Then it's Williams. Then there's Harrell, and it's Jackson in at the point guard.
And Jackson is a genius at finishing on his drives. He just has so many tricks up his sleeve.
Rockets trail by 12. A superstar summer, Greg, for the Los Angeles Clippers in Kawhi Leonard and in Paul George. Greg, they have two elite wings, great defenders in their prime.
Give them credit, but also Kawhi Leonard pushing the levers behind the scenes. He wanted another superstar to join him in recruiting Paul George, who still had 2 years left on his deal in OKC. Kawhi took unprecedented control of his free agent destiny.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
Houston shooting their initial free throws of the game right here.
And looking over their percentage on the season, I think they will be thrilled with the number in terms of their free throw percentage, 79.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Robert Covington's checked in for Ben McLemore. Harden comes in for Eric Gordon. And it's Russell Westbrook in for Austin Rivers. Pass to Carroll. He can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Morris. Los Angeles leading by 13. Covington against Leonard. Shoots over Covington. Falls through. He's now made 2 of 4.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
Oh, I do too, Greg. You have to go to your best scorers. I mean, it's a smart strategy, and so far, it's paying off in this game. He doesn't play around. If the buck is there for him, he's going to get it.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Lou Williams won 6th Man of the Year for the 3rd time last season. He joined Kevin McHale and Detlef Schrempf as the only players to win the award in consecutive seasons. And with the most career points ever scored off the bench, maybe they should just name this award after him. Kevin?
David, I'm all for it. Thank you so much. And boy, is he in good company. Chris, you look at the grind of a regular season. Adam Silver seems open to fewer games or even fewer minutes per game. What do you think of that?
This is one that I'm not with, Kevin. You know, in my day, you had guys play 82 games. And let's go back to the days of Bill Russell and Wilt Chamberlain. They were playing in shoes that basically were socks, and they didn't have tape, and they didn't have all the things that we're privy to in the medical industry. So I think we should keep it at 82 games and minutes the same, because it keeps a full context of sports where you can talk about Harden versus or Westbrook versus a Big O. It keeps the argument in the same place. I think fewer games, fewer minutes starts to change the dynamics and the expectations of what players can do. I don't mind changing it, adding tournaments, letting guys get more rest, but I think the number of games and the minutes of the game has to stay 48 minutes, has to stay 82 games in my opinion.
Very interesting. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. A shot by Harden, wide open. Here's Carroll, and a good offensive board, and he gets the bucket.
And how about Carroll using his size there, taking it strong inside?
Poke loose.
That's number 2 on him already. A third foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some time.
Los Angeles shooting their first free throws of the night right here. He misses the free throw.
Well, in overtime, Beverly has established himself as just a defensive specialist, juggernaut, an absolute pest who plays his tail off on both ends of the floor.
P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Damari Carroll. The pass to Covington. Houston moving the ball around. The three from Harden. Second chance shot. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Tucker's very good at using his body and drawing contact. I mean, he's got the physical tools. He's not afraid to use them. Well, I love P.J. Tucker. He's a player that doesn't do a whole lot in the box score, but he passes the eye test. He plays defense. He's tough. He rebounds, and you know he'll hit that corner.
Williams, he's checked in for Los Angeles. And George able to finish. George has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And that's a pure hustle play, getting to the offensive glass for the tip-in.
And that's the kind of quality you see in any strong offensive rebounder, isn't it? From deep Harden, the three-pointer is right on target. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
His three-point game is heating up. That's his 2nd 3 of the quarter, 3rd overall.
And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. 9 points for George.
And not sure what you can do with a guy like that. With his handles, he can just take defenders to school.
Here's Harden. That shot missing. So the Clippers will take it the other way. At one point, they led by 16. They come in fresh off a win against the Warriors.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
In-game adjustments are critical. They did an awesome job taking what the defense gave them.
Here's Tucker. That one good for 2. Tucker's got 6 points.
Even though he lacks some size, Tucker's strength makes up for it. He competes inside.
Pass to Zubac. Back to Williams. Got it up. And the last second attempt doesn't fall. And so it's Los Angeles, sitting with a comfortable lead, up by 14. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the 3rd quarter of action following halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello again, everyone. The Clippers have the edge here at halftime. They lead by 14. Kenny?
Well, they were dishing out dimes left and right, and the guys were finishing.
That's all for now.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. One of the stories here, James Harden getting it done today.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
And as they can't slow him down, you know what you do? Keep feeding them and feeding them and feeding them. This is the right game plan.
Westbrook and Harden, the dynamite pair. They're the backcourt. P.J. Tucker is out there with Robert Covington, and it's House in at the small forward. They're the group for Mike D'Antoni starting the second half.
And And most fans think of the Rockets as offense only, but that's not the case at all.
No, GA, I mean, they force a good amount of turnovers, and they trap pretty well. I mean, the defense has been solid for them the past few years, if you ask me. Nothing mind-blowing, but this team is certainly not one-sided.
George, no good.
It's not easy to keep him from converting those. I mean, the D has to be airtight.
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And it's the Rockets with the ball. And there's a whistle. That goes on Daniel House. That is his first foul of the game. Outside Leonard. Pass to Zubac. Back to Leonard. Over Westbrook. Here's Beverly. And he banks in the layup. Beverly's got his second basket of the night.
They are just killing them on the interior.
It's stolen by Morris. And here comes Leonard leading the fast break. And it's George finishing it off.
And guys, when George gets cooking, you are in for a long night. He's just fantastic at finding different ways to score.
Harden, no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Outside for George. Takes a three. Unable to get that one. The Rockets go the other way with it. Pass to Harden. Fires the three. Yes, it is. Scored that as a bucket. Number 5 on a 5 for 11 night.
And when Harden gets to cooking, you got to feed him. You got to keep feeding him. He's an excellent rhythm scorer.
And the Clippers call time here.
And sometimes I feel like people don't truly appreciate the greatness of what James Harden does. He's one of the toughest guys to check on the fast break. He has one of the best Euro steps in the game, the best footwork in the game. He'll hit you in the head for deep. You can't check him without fouling him. The precision of his movements, the ease in which he scores. Come on, man.
Jamari Carroll's checked in for Houston. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Montrezl Harrell, he's checked in for Zubac. Green comes in for Marcus Morris. Landry Shamit's checked in for Kawhi Leonard. And Reggie Jackson subbed in for Jordan. Covington finds Carroll. Outside Westbrook. The pass to Harden. Here's Tucker. Defended by Beverly. And Harden with the basket on the assist from Tucker. 16 points for James Harden. As you said, C-Webb, what Harden has been doing the last few years is truly remarkable.
Yeah, Kevin, and it's funny because when you are achieving greatness and critics try to diminish what you're doing, it's just funny to me. Harden is one of the great guards of all time, no matter how you slice it.
Here's Westbrook, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
No question, he got bumped on that shot.
Rockets have shot 75% at the line tonight, going 3 for 4. So he gets them both. From a pure entertainment standpoint, who's a player that you think is must-watch TV?
Oh, man, you got to go Curry, Lillard, Harden, Giannis, Embiid, Simmons. I mean, you could just keep going. Let's go Lou Will off the bench. Let's even go defensively. You can even go Patrick Beverly. So many guys that is just so much fun to watch play. Must-see TV.
And now the first timeout called here for the Rockets.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach can't be happy about that.
4 rotations. I mean, slow help and just not enough toughness on the interior. They've got a lot to talk about.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
Green against Carroll. Back to Green. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. Just 5 to shoot. Beverly the pass to Green, and he converts the layup. Green's got 5 now.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
It's Covington on the wing. Carroll kicks to Harden. Back to Carroll. And the layup's good off the glass. Carroll's got his second basket of the night.
He's superb at finding open teammates. Harden, I love how he looks to shed a rock.
Pass to Beverly. Outside, Green. From deep three-point range. Offensive rebound. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. And this is what the schedule looks like for the Los Angeles Clippers. On Friday, they'll face off against DeAndre Jordan and the Brooklyn Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And the matchup against the Nuggets, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
Tucker with the ball. Guarded now by Morris. Covington. Morris with the rebound. Morris has got 4 rebounds now tonight. The drive by Jackson. The kick out to Williams. Over to the left wing. Harrell, the pass to Jackson. Takes it from 10, and that's good for 2. Jackson's got 5 points in the quarter.
And Jackson is very good at catching the D off guard, especially inside where he needs to be fast and getting that shot off.
Covington's shot is off. And it's Williams with the ball for Los Angeles. On the wing, Williams lets the 3 fly. Drops in the tray. 5 points in the game.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Here's Rivers. Off target. And so it's Los Angeles, finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Rockets shooting around 36%. They're just not able to finish consistently. And on the floor for the Clippers here in the fourth, Paul George is out there with Williams. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Harrell in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. McLemore, no good.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area. Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, and it hasn't just been the offensive output. They're putting in the work at the defensive end as well.
And the shot goes down.
Oh, you get it inside like this, you're going to get a high percentage shot almost every time.
Out left to the wing, to the paint. Here's George, and he takes it in for the layup off a very nice feed.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
McLemore, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Rockets have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. A nice shot by Tucker.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Williams dishes to Harrell. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Houston making a switch here. Westbrook's checked in. Well, when he came into the league, Eric Gordon was tagged as a shooter. Now he's been shooting more than ever.
And Gordon the last few seasons has been shooting, how about this, over 8 threes a game. His success rate with them has gone up and down over the years, but one thing is for sure, he always has the green light. Attacking in transition, the most consistent way to generate easy looks.
Yeah, you can tell they love to get out and run when the opportunity is there.
Back to McLemore. Inside. Here's Tucker. And the rejection by Harrell. Outside Leonard. Morris right side. There's the dish to Harrell. Over Gordon. And there's Harrell. That's good on the assist by Morris. And it's 7 points from Montrezl Harrell. Houston's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. To halt the run, the Rockets again can't hit.
Fantastic positioning there to contest that one.
Oh, textbook defense. I mean, it took a good angle to the shooter and bothered the release.
Well, part of their game plan was to block out the noise and just stay focused.
Well, Greg, their poise has been tremendous. I mean, excellent at both ends, has them increasing this lead.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten it done so far from the field here in the fourth, going 6 for 7. Back to Morris. From deep, George. It's rebounded by Houston. And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here, they've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And the basket by Gordon.
But you really do have to D up Gordon from deep. I mean, doesn't need much time to get a shot.
Williams kicks to Leonard. Tried to come right back with a three of his own, but it's no good. Westbrook passes to Gordon. He dishes it to House. Now here's McLemore, defended by George. Puts it up, and the basket by Gordon. Gordon's got 5 points now this quarter. LA's gotten off 12 shots from beyond the arc tonight, hitting 7 of them. Williams, that's good.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Clippers.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And so checking out their season record, this game will become their 45th win. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game from Montrezl Harrell.
Oh, he was a scary man at the defensive end with all those blocks. Even the shots he didn't get a hand on, he affected. He forced a lot of misses out there.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
Oh, Greg, that's the dagger. You could tell they wanted that one. I know that sealed it.
A nice shot by Tucker.
Their offense is so much more efficient when Tucker's knocking his jump shot down. I mean, it's big when he hits those shots.
Leonard kicks to Harrell. A three ball. It's rebounded by McLemore. And it's Westbrook with the ball. He brings it up for Houston. 6-second difference between the shot and game clock. Trying his luck from deep. Paul George grabs the miss.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
Just off his game, forcing a few shots, not letting the game come to him naturally.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
Yeah, there's no doubt as to who was the better team. I mean, they proved it with this win.
Here's Leonard. So it's Los Angeles winning this one easily. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now.